not much happens, yet so much happens in this story. Like, your girl's out. Your girl's out. I was scared. Girl, I needed to do something else with myself. Like, she's so successful, so headstrong, like head on right. Like, she is just... Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa. I am the reclusive reader. I am back at it. I took a little hiatus for a couple months. Kind of got a little creative slump here with these longer form videos, but I am hoping to be back in action, coming at you at least a couple times a month with a variety of reading, cozy content, journaling, stay-at-home mom vibes, anything I'm really feeling. And I hope that you are all here for this journey with me. Right now we are going to go over all of the books I read during the month of October. It was a pretty good month. I've had better months, but it was a pretty solid one with some solid reads, and I had, unfortunately, some disappointments this month. So I thought it would be fun to go all over them with you all, and hopefully you see something you like. Let me know if you read any of these books. Let me know what your favorite read from October this year was, October 2025 was. I will let you know which one of these is my favorite book that I read. And again, thank you all for being here. Make sure to like and subscribe for all of the cozy content. And here we go. First off, we have Immortal Dark by 𝑾𝒆𝒏𝒆. This is a like dark academia vampire type of vibe, so I thought it would have been perfect for spooky season. So that's why I picked it up. And then I actually heard a lot about it last year, so I just wanted to give it a go. And then it was like Barnes and Noble's book of the month or something. So it's basically like this secret college thing, and these like families have certain houses, and each house has like a vampire or vampires, like multiple. And I am not going to give too much away, but if I'm recalling correctly, it was on the back of the book is that like she couldn't find her sister. Like, the main character needs to find her sister, and she is, just determined. She is really, at the beginning of it, really headstrong on finding her sister. And it was a lot. Like, I was actually talking to a friend recently about it, and she was kind of feeling the same way. Like, it is kind of insufferable, the female main character at the beginning. Like, she is just so immature, and it's like one of those things where it's like, all because you want a conclusion to something doesn't mean you need to jump from A to Z. Like, girl, there are steps along the way. And it was just like a lot. But I ended up kind of enjoying it. The tension between her and the male love interest is like really awesome. And I also feel like I just like love anything vampires. Like, I just love anything vampires. So it was definitely giving like spooky, dark academia vibes, like with the vampires and stuff. But it just didn't like blow me away like I was hoping it would. Now, the next book, Eternal Ruin, is coming out like literally in like a day or two from the time I'm filming this. Probably by the time I post it, it's already out. I do plan on getting it and giving it a go, because I really did think that she grew, the female main character grew throughout the book, and how it ended was kind of actually insane. And I feel like when the books end on crazy cliffhangers, like, I need to pick up and read the next one. So I am really excited for that to come out. So I ended up giving this a 3.5 star. Like, that's not bad. It was good. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I will read the next one. It just really didn't blow me away, but I really do have high hopes for Eternal Ruin. So that was Immortal Dark by 𝑾𝒆𝒏𝒆, and I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And next up, this was a book that I saw on Book Talk, obviously, which is like the majority of my books. I saw it because it was like the rapture was it was like all that like rapture talk stuff going on, where everybody, like, people on that side thought that the world was going to end and stuff. So somebody I saw over on Book Talk was like, here are books to read for the rapture. And I was like, wait, this looks good. It's a Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reed. And I was like, wait, this looks so good. But I was nervous because I didn't love A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. And like, I'm not going to be continuing that series. I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't really get it. I don't know what, if it was just me or what, but like, I just did not click with that book. So I was hesitant when I heard it was Ava Reed, but I was like really feeling it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, what I was feeling it. And I was like, I jumped on it and I got it through Libby, and it was actually like really good. It's the closest book that I've read that reminds me of the Hunger Games vibes in that aspect. Almost feel like it was like almost like knocked off of the Hunger Games, if you can ask me. But it was like this whole like toxic lesbian vibe too, which was cool. So in the world, it's like super dystopian world, and like there's like these like robots that like, it's like instead of like the whole Hunger Games thing, like you would think of the Hunger Games, these people that are in debt to like, you know, the government per se, you could be like, oh, like let's say I have like, you know, 1,000,000 credits in debt. Oh, my child, I can be like, oh, well, can I like, you know, put my child in the, I think it's like the gaunt, I forget what it's called, like the gauntlet or something, and then I won't have my debt. And the child can survive, but they're going up against these like crazy robot things, like literally programmed to kill, like get their memory wiped and like programmed to kill. And like obviously like the memory wipe thing is an issue from the beginning and stuff. And like then they kind of like are, you know, fall in love, the robot girl and the regular girl getting hunted by the robot girl. So it was like a really cool concept, and I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the story. It just didn't really like blow me away. Out of the two Ava Reed books I read so far, it is my favorite. It left off on quite a cliffhanger, so I'm not sure if there's going to be another book or not off the top of my head. If there is, I will read it. But yeah, it was kind of a spontaneous read, and I did enjoy it. I ended up giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I liked how the writing was in this versus A Study in Drowning. I felt like the world was really dystopian and cool. I liked how the world was built. And yeah, I like the vibes. So I gave Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reed a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Next up was an audiobook, early copy, ALC, whatever you want to call it, of Long Live the King by Lexi Black. Now, I read this as an ARC, and I loved the ARC when I read it, but the audiobook just really takes it to another level. The voice actors are actually phenomenal. It's the guy for Eric and a girl for Tyler, and they just do such a phenomenal job at bringing their story to life. I actively was addicted to this audiobook. It is top tier. I would recommend it to everybody. Literally anybody. Like if you listen to music, you don't necessarily have to be like a rock lover. Like if you just like music, going to concerts, and you like obviously like romance flowy vibe, like this 100% would recommend. Long Live the King by Lexi Black. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Highly would recommend. Next up, we have The Ghost of Bitterfly Bay by Mary Averling. And this I grabbed on Libby just looking up like Halloween type books. And I saw this and I was like, it was really cute. It's like this girl, she's like a ghost. They're haunting like this cabin with her brother and like a friend. And then they kind of like don't talk about what happened to them, like why they're ghosts. This book didn't blow me away. I wish like my younger self would have almost read it, because how the female main character handles her grief and like what happened to her and like what happened with her and her brother and all of the story of everything that went down, it was just like kind of way more deep than I anticipated, but like really good. I wouldn't say it was like perfect for like spooky season, but it was like a cute like all around read. I did end up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars because I did enjoy it. I thought the ending was really good, and I love like the character arc and everything she went through. You could literally see her journey and how she's like maturing and going through it and like almost like growing, and I really enjoyed that from the book. So yeah, The Ghost of Bitterfly Bay, I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I would totally recommend this if it sounds good to you. Next up is book number 3 in the Portland Timberwolves series by my girl AJ Alexander, and it is Lighting the Lamp. It is a sports hockey romance, and I really enjoyed this. This was definitely a deep one, definitely a heart tugger, that's for sure. But it was worth it, and to get Beau and Elise's story was totally worth the wait. You kind of are following, it's a like childhood best friends, almost like friends to lover vibe. Like you kind of always knew they were kind of like had a thing for each other, but they just never really leaned into it. And in this book you really discover like why they didn't lean into it and like what they're going through, and like the really heavy, it's like really heavy, but it was really good. And like I said, it's really good to see their story and how they come together and really understand what they're going through. So yeah, Lighting the Lamp by AJ Alexander, another amazing hockey romance. She's like literally got me into hockey romance now, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. So yeah, if that sounds good, you should check out Lighting the Lamp by AJ Alexander. Next up is my favorite book of the month so far. I had it on audiobook through Libby, and it was read by the author. It was Master of Me by Keke Palmer. Well, first off, let me just state something. I didn't realize she's literally my age, and like, girl, I need to do something else with myself. Like, she's so successful, so headstrong, so like head on right. Like, she is just everything I aspire to be. Like, she is literally somebody that I now like will always look up to. I thought I looked up to her before, but now even more so after reading her book. I literally devoured this book in like 3 days. I just thought it was so well written, and how she mixed like self-help into like her real actual experiences really elevated it for me. And with, like I said before, with her reading it, it just really took it to another level. And I just really ate this up. Like, I would recommend this to like every single millennial, especially if you think you're going through it, if you need some help, you need a little bit of, you just feeling in a rut. 100% would recommend this. Master of Me by Keke Palmer. I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Next up was a book I was so excited to read, but I was a little bit nervous because I was hearing it was really character driven, which it was, like character driven, but it was really good. We got Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Now, I am totally a V.E. Schwab stan. I don't think I actively read a book by her. I don't just love. Like, I was nervous at first. I was like, where is this going? What is going on here? And it was like how you see the main character literally go through like almost like not much happens, yet so much happens in this story. Like, the main character goes through it like no other book I've ever read before. You see her good, you see her bad, you see her sad, you see her mad, you see her happy, you see her confused, you see her traumatized, you see everything. She goes through like every single emotion. So like going through that journey, and then you got the other female main character that's like just trying to live her life in the modern day, and how the words clash, and like the toxic vampire lesbianness is just so good. It's so good, but definitely you're not going to be like gripping on the end of your seat. Like, the plot is not going to be like bam, 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 bam. Like, it is going to be a nice story flow for you to read through. And I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Another amazing V.E. Schwab. And if toxic lesbian vampires sound good to you, I say check it out. So, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab, 4 out of 5 stars. Next up, I read it physically and I absolutely loved it. It was Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. Now, this is my first Grady Hendrix, and let me tell you, I was reading this for Halloween, and like, yeah, this was spooky. Like, I don't know if I'm a baby. I can deal with like body horror. I can deal with vampires. I can deal with like blood and guts. Like, I throw any sort of paranormal thing into that, your girl's out. Your girl's out. I was scared. I literally at some points felt like I couldn't read this book in the basement alone because I was like a little terrified. But take that for what it is, because I'm a wussy baby. Like, apparently I'm a wussy baby when it comes to this paranormal-y type stuff. But reading it physically was so cool because, so what the story is, it's like follow workers. Think of like IKEA. It's called like it's called Orsk, but like think IKEA. It's like that big like vibe where you go through the maze, you know, and come out with the food. Literally, it's like an IKEA knockoff. Like that's exactly what the Grady Hendrix was playing on. Well, it's like about a couple workers, you know, they fear something's going on at night, so they want to stay over and figure out what's going on in the middle of the night, like try to catch the culprit. Like the guy thinks someone's like breaking in and like vandalizing it, so he wants to stay overnight and like figure out what's going on. Well, like long story short, like paranormal stuff obviously starts happening. I don't want to give anything away. And yeah, it was like kind of a wild ride for sure. And it was creepy for sure. The book was cool because it actually like looked like an IKEA catalog. So it like had all these like cool little pictures and stuff in it. If you are interested in seeing that, let me know below and I can do like a little more deep dive video into that. I thought the ending was really cool. I love when endings aren't like what you seem, almost like you would think like, oh, it's going to end happily ever after, and then like boom, something crazy happens or something. I did enjoy it. I liked it. I'm glad I read it for spooky season. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. Again, that's Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. I'm a little wussy baby, so take that for what it is. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Last but not least, we have The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. And me and my partner read this on Halloween. I was like, I heard this was super spooky, so I was like, let's read super spooky, quick and easy book on Halloween. It's kind of started off slow. I was like, where's this going? Because it is a classic, so you kind of gotta take it for what it is. We ended up really enjoying it. I thought the ending was like so cool, and I can totally see why it's a classic, like how people think about it and like why people discuss about it and like how it's like feminine all day, every day, let's go. I can also totally see how some authors like got inspiration from this for like modern day like stories as well, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I'm really happy I read it. You're following this woman who is like just going through it. She's going through it, and so her and her husband like kind of rent out this house, and yeah, she like hangs out in the house all day while he's like working, and she kind of has a little, yeah, she just, you know, goes through it. So it's very interesting. I don't want to give away. It's very short, sweet. I think it's literally like 15 pages long. So am I glad I read it on Halloween with him? It was a good experience. Will I read it again? No. Was it the most terrifying book I ever read? Also no. I feel like Horror Store was a little scarier than it. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it, and I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. So that was The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. So yeah, that is a wrap. I read a total of 9 books during the month of October, and that is totaling almost 3,000 pages. That's crazy. I also saved a total of $75 by using my Libby app. If you don't, you should totally go to your local library, any library in your area, and get library cards so you can get free books. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Yeah, that's my October. It wasn't as spooky or like, you know, I feel like I read like dark academia and stuff like all year long. So like I'm too much of a mood reader like to like commit to anything too much. Pretty good lineup for November too. I feel like some of this, you know, October hopefuls trickled into November. So I'm hoping to read some good ones. If you want me to post a November TBR, let me know below. I will work on that. But yeah, my favorite book of the month was Master of Me by Keke Palmer. Let me know what book your favorite book was from the month of October. And again, thanks for being here. My name is Melissa. I am the Reclusive Reader, and don't forget to like and subscribe.